Okay. What did YouTube do? It did nothing. I think I made a mistake. Hold on. Is it still showing? I think it is. Why is it showing as that? It shouldn't show as that. Because I updated it. Okay. Because the YouTube settings, I set it as a new event. I'm gonna turn on my fan here. Here, let me see if this fixes it. Title. Can you not edit the title? I think so. Hold on. Update. Okay, let's see if that fixed it. Yes, it fixed it. Perfect. Amazing. All right. Well. Oh, that was a detour. I fixed it. Asian trickery? I think so, yes. But it looks like it's fixed now. Whale pog? Yes. Whale pog indeed. Hydration break. Oh man, you know, I actually forgot to fill my water bottle. I hope I don't get thirsty. Oh dear. I don't have a second one here. I typically have 2 water bottles in my room, but now I don't. Anyway, we can get back to reading this story. Sorry to disappoint you. While my soul may be a year older, my body has hardly aged, as you are well aware. Okay, hopefully that's all of the issues I have today. And may I remind you that we Elzen are known to be late bloomers, especially in terms of our height. Mark my words, the day will come when even a great Arok such as yourself will crane your neck to meet my eyes. I think poor Alphino is trying to compensate for his lack of height by saying that one day he will be giant. It was not until my 12th summer that I myself outgrew my boyish proportions, though Moenbrita, I'm gonna say that, Moenbrita towed over me nonetheless. Arvenwald brings out the best in Alphino, doesn't he? They both seem so at ease in each other's company, it's almost endearing. And I just give a simple nod because that is all I'm relegated to in this game is simple yes or no nods. So what exactly brings you here? Oh, and the music fades. It must be bad news. Oh, for Dola, mostly. We need to go over a few things before we set out. Set out? Wait, does this have something to do with the towers? What gave you that impression? Actually, tell me later. You've got a meeting to go to. I'll see you afterwards, alright? Yeah. Fordola is going with him, that must mean. And occasionally a funny quip, yes. My apologies, as are involved rightly pointed out. We have a meeting to attend, let's be about it. So from what I was told, there's just a dungeon, and there's one dungeon in this new patch. And that'll be exciting. If I remembered that, oh, is there going to be speaking in this? That'd be nice.
Ere we begin,
yes.
I would like to offer my gratitude to Master
Sweet.
Thancred and Urianger. There's no small feat to infiltrate.
Oops. Shoot. That's why I don't alt-tab, I guess. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
As we did encounter pale into insignificance next to those faced by our comrades. An Ascian, armed with the might of Bahamut, bent on bringing about the final days.
theatrics. He sought only to make a show of the power at the Telophoroid's disposal. But since then we have seen no sign of this Fandaniel or his worm. And while we've done what we can to bolster our defenses, there's no telling where he might strike next.
You broke the pirate lady? Yes, I did. She is... I call her Mom sometimes because she is tall and lovable, and she will break your face in.
This in mind that we dispatched scouts to investigate the towers.
Our advance party took longer than expected to return. And when they did, they tried to kill us. Luckily,
Oh, I love that. I love it. They tried to kill us.
Before they did any harm. Then it was just a matter of letting the Porksies do their work.
Are you saying they were tempered?
Once they'd come back to their senses, they told us everything they could. It seems that just as they were getting close to the tower, they heard an ear-splitting roar. And that was the last thing they remembered. But what worries me most is what they were saying right before they attacked. Glory be to Garlemald.
The Tempered have heretofore ever been thralls to primal entities. Yet these hapless souls were compelled to accept a nation as the object of their devotion. This calleth into question all that we know of the condition.
Would that the unsettling news ended there. Alas, there is more. Following the earlier reports of missing Amalja, we have learnt that other beast tribes have suffered similar losses. And we now have reason to believe that the abductions are connected to the appearance of the towers.
As always, I give a gasp face. I don't have one of those in my
Black-garbed figures leading shackled
I have a couple different expressions, but I don't have one of those.
The Temple Knights were able to intercept them before they could reach their destination, liberating the Ixal and apprehending their captors, each of whom was found to be equipped with Garlean arms and armor.
So the Empire is the common thread.
Can't be tempered if you're already tempered.
It seems likely that
Very true.
added a faction of the splintered Garlean army to the banner of the Telophoroi.
Lord Hien
Ow.
reached the same conclusion when I shared our findings with Doma. The plan had been to march on Garlemald from the east and west in order to force a peace treaty. But the situation has changed. Dealing with the threat of the towers must come first. Given the nature of the enemy and the proven risk of tempering, I could think of few suitable candidates to aid in this task. But I am confident in my choice.
Raban needs a sword? Yes, he does. A sword arm, I should say. Yes.
What?
Oh. Ooh, interesting.
As they are, they can investigate the towers without fear of being turned.
I can't remember. Is she on our side? She helped save people, but I can't remember. Is she really on our side?
Gifted or not, going behind enemy lines remains a perilous undertaking.
I think she is, because she's like,
More if we're to strike back at our
she was really,
I'm counting on you.
she was really, embarrassed about it, but she was kind of like, yeah, I'll save people.
100 times over. We won't let you down.
That concludes the briefing. You two, make ready and join your escort.
Are you certain about this, Arenvold?
I am. Come on, let's talk outside.
Oh, you're here too? Yes. YouTube and Twitch. My goal is both. So you need the echo to get close to the towers? Yeah, sounds like it. Can't be tempered if you're already tempered. I mean, yeah. Some people think we're tempered to our god, but because we learned that she was a primal, I guess. But a spoiler, I mean, you all should know that by now, unless you haven't played the most recent expansion. Wait, is this 5.4, 5.5? I don't want to be spoiled. All right, bye, Maku. Okay. Sounds like this patch, maybe the dungeon is gonna have something to do with going to the one of those towers, like a first tower is our dungeon. Now that it's out in the open, I don't have to keep it under my proverbial hat anymore. Let me turn off auto if I can. There we go.
So you know, I've already gone through all the formalities at the Rising Stones. Made sure to inform Jamolder and Vmar at Ralga's Reach as well.
Arenvold, I admire your enthusiasm, but this is far more dangerous than anything you have done before.
I know the risks. And I also know what's in store if we don't stop Fandaniel from carrying out his plan. With this power of mine, I can make a difference. If I stood idly by, I would regret it for the rest of my life.
Oh my goodness. I can't tell you how many times I've seen Alphino make that look.
Is this what you want?
What are you asking me for? It's not like I have any say in the matter.
Don't pretend. We both know Commander Eldin gave you a chance to refuse. And you didn't.
Somebody sent me a... I'm gonna have to reject it. Because I am part of no company.
So the Empire's finished, is it?
When Twitch changes to garbage 180p and you have to reboot the app on your phone. Yeah, that sucks.
Slit its own throat. And now,
I never really liked watching Twitch on,
with bloody Xenos at its head.
I never really liked watching Twitch on my phone because it never worked that well. It's just like Twitch has been around with streaming for longer. You'd think that they know how to do a streaming app.
I fought for Garlemald. Killed for Garlemald. What was I part of? I need to know. Whatever it is, I need to know.
I have a feeling she's going to be like one of our best friends in the next expansion.
Very well. If your hearts are set on this, I shall not stand in your way.
Cat pushed me outside for attention so it couldn't be on the PC. I'll just tell that cat that you have no time for attention. You're talking to your fish mom. I think the cat will understand.
Display of camaraderie. I have a question. Which tower are you planning to investigate exactly?
Well, the one in Girabani is said to be tightly guarded. It's patrol after patrol out there, apparently. We'd be spotted before we got anywhere near it. Which is why we've set our sights on the one in Pagelthan instead. There shouldn't be anything like as many Imperials to worry about down there.
Even so, I doubt the local Amalja will look kindly on it if they catch you sneaking around in their territory.
Fordola and I had a chance to learn the lie of the land in our previous forays there. We might still find trouble, but at least we won't lose our way.
Fordola better get more screen time in Endwalker. Stormblood was way like towards Doma. Yeah. I'll be honest with you.
We best not keep
I'll wait till this cutscene's over.
Mayhap when all of this is over, we could take another trip to Loxeld. I would have you know I've become a rather capable swimmer since our last visit.
Oh, he's trying to flex.
I'll believe that when I see it.
Alphino can't flex, so that's just funny. Oh boy. It's kind of adorable. The Alphino is one of those characters that'd be like, "Come here, I'm gonna give you a hug and tell you everything's all right," and he'd be like, "Okay," and he wouldn't be all for it in the beginning, but he would be in it later.
I'll still owe you for saving my skin, don't I? Can't return the favour if I'm not there.
I dare say you'll get your chance before long. That Fandaniel sounds like a tricky customer. Too much for the likes of me, anyway. But we both know I'd just be another soldier if it weren't for my gift. And I need to be a damn sight more than that given what's coming. I realise I can't hold a candle to a hero like the Warrior of Light or Alphino for that matter. He might look like he's 12, but he's seen more action than most people see in a lifetime.
Oh my gosh.
So, the fact is, I'm nothing like them, and maybe I never will be. But I'll be damned if I don't try. On me. On us. So let's give it our all.
Sorry, I'm blinking a whole lot. My eyes are getting watery for some reason. And I don't think it's the emotions. I think it's the fan. But I need the fan on right now because it's kind of hot in here. But to echo your sentiment, Twilight, I do hope that she does get more screen time because I'll be honest with you, Stormblood was great. I liked Stormblood. However, one complaint I had is halfway through Stormblood, I was like, hang on a moment. What expansion am I playing again? Because I feel like I've just been in Japan all this time, and now I'm going back to Eorzea. It's like, what am I doing again? Oh, that's right. I'm trying to win a war between a country powerhouse that literally has a dragon. So, I understand exactly what you mean. Bless the Levelier twins. Yeah, they're amazing. I don't think I pronounced that right.
I would attend to another task. Chasing down this lunar Bahamut.
Oh, that's right. We have to fight Bahamut again. I forgot about that.
To say we've managed to find Estinian.
Hey, we found Estinian. Okay, so here, let me just say as an aside, since I did start out as a Dragoon, I like Estinian more than a lot of people might because I don't know how much you actually get to learn about his background as any other DPS class. So the fact that I started out as a Dragoon, I appreciate and love Estinian a lot more than maybe the next guy might. He's like my bud. He's like my best friend. And I heard that he's coming as a trust partner in the next expansion, and I can't wait for that because he's amazing. I love Estinian. He's like my best bro.
Sorry to say, he went running off again the moment we told him about Bahamut.
As someone whose character's from Alamigo, I'm insulted by SB. Oh? Why?
To Ishgard, so if you're quick, you might still be able to catch him.
Yeah, I'm just gonna explain it with that. Oh man. I don't know how much money they could have. I have no idea how much they're saving by not having all of the voice actors for characters not say voice lines. But sometimes I do wish our character would speak. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. But being the mute protagonist sometimes in a MMORPG like this does get kind of weird. Also, for those who didn't know, I am a Mikote because Catgirl was the... I actually really was excited to be Catgirl. Because at the time, I would have gone for Bunny Girl, but I didn't have the expansion bought. So if I had had the chance, I probably would have gone with Bunny Girl, but free expansion all the way up to buying it. Whatever. Not enough focus on Alamigo. The capital's forever stuck in a dungeon. I want to move back home. I know. It made me really sad because Alamigo was like where I was excited to go, and it's like, nope, you're going to Japan. And I was like, okay. I can only hear Fiora when I listen to Tataru. Oh, man.
While you go off on your Dragoon hunt, Urianger and I will return to headquarters. We have much to tell the others.
I can smell the food downstairs. It smells pretty good, actually.
For our elusive friend. May we all meet again ere long.
Okay. Sweet. I'm very low on money, by the way. 260 might sound like a lot of money, but it's not, because I spent a lot of that money. I used to have over like 2 million, I think, and then I spent it for high level gear so that I could continue the story, because I didn't want to play dungeons to have a chance at getting that gear. So I spent the money instead of the time. Alright. Alphano is keen to track down Estinian. Oh yes. Let's track down best boy. Best Dragoon boy. Estinian was bound for Ishgard. Whatever it is that brings him home, we must hope it will keep him there long enough for us to find him. There's not time to lose. Alright, here we go. Headed back to Ishgard. And... oh man, Ishgard is probably one of my favorite areas in the game. The fact that the game is free up to the end of the first expansion really is a high point when I try and sell it to people. Like when I was trying to get Lane to play 14, I was like, Lane, the game is free up until my favorite expansion. You have to play it because I love this expansion and I love its music. I own the music for the first 2 expansions. I would like to buy the music for the 3rd one someday, and the base game is just really expensive. I think me and Temp like looked at how much money it would take to buy all of the music. It was a couple $100s for all of the music, and I'm just like, yeah, I'm not made of money, but I'm definitely not made of that much money. All present, let's split up and look for Estinian. Since we're relatively new to this place, Gura and I will look around the open spaces, the squares and markets and whatnot. You and Akko can delve into the nook and crannies. Very well, let us reconvene at the airship landing later, with or without Estinian. We get to take best Catboy? Oh no, it's just me and Alphano. I think I should begin at the Sky Steel Manufactory, so perhaps you could try the congregation. Lucia may as well have heard news of our friend's return. Heaven's Word has God tier music. Well, it kind of makes sense because the entirety of this expansion is themed around, I feel like, a lot of Catholic, old Catholic Roman vibes. It's just, I love it. It's really good. It's good stuff. It smells really good. I don't know what they're making for dinner, but it smells amazing. All right, where are we headed to? Alright, we're going to the Forgotten Night. I'm tossing $100 every 6 months because of a retainer, and I have a legacy. Wow. Dang. It's a lot of money to toss every month. I think I toss almost that much into my insurance. But hey, if this is one of the only places you decide to throw money, then good for you. I mean, I can't complain with how much money I spent on Honkai and Genshin. I am a little bit of a whale myself. If it wasn't obvious because of the giant whale. Let's talk to our friend here. Good day to you, Warrior of Light. I see you all the way up there. Can you come down here, please? Heaven's Ward is basically Catholics and dragons. Yes. Yes, very true. And I am not disappointed in the least, but again, it's my favorite expansion. Out of the 3 current, Heaven's Word is my favorite expansion. It's very beautiful, and it is very awesome. Lord Emmerich sent word that you would be attending the meeting in Alamigo, so I gather you have not come in search of him. To what do we owe the pleasure of your visit? I am standing here on your table because I demand to speak to my Dragoon brother. Well, the devs deserve it? Yes. The devs deserve a lot of money. I don't have a lot of money to give them, so I just give them my $15 sub fees. And I will pay for the digital deluxe when it comes out. No, we are not aware Sir Astinian had returned to Ishgard, but as I expect you remember, he is wont to come and go as he pleases. Maybe he came seeking an audience with Lord Emmerich, only to find him absent. In any event, I'm afraid I cannot help you. Perhaps one of your companions has fared better. Where are we going? Alright. Where are we headed? We are headed to... We're headed back to... let me get out of here first. We are headed to the Astrologicum? I have no idea how to pronounce that. That's my problem, is like there's a lot of old English words in this game, but me and my new English tongue doesn't know how to pronounce a lot of it. I think SHB is more awesome than Shadowbringers is more awesome than Heaven's Word, and that is no mean feat. I mean, I like Shadowbringers a lot, but Heaven's Ward just... I love the beauty... I think I love Heaven's Ward more for the beauty than the story, but I love the story too. The story is epic. I can't imagine how Endwalker will trump it. Oh man, I have my own thoughts and theories, but I will keep them to myself for now, and I'm excited for it.
No sign of him. Not that I've ever met him before, but the way Alphino goes on about him, I'm fairly sure I could pick him out in a crowd.
You gonna do it automatically? No? Okay.
Speaking of which, it does seem awfully quiet. If the erstwhile Azure Dragoon had returned to Ishgard, would it not be a source of general excitement?
Hi there, Mr. Smarty Pants. How's it going? Oh, there's Astinian. Hello, best boy. I think he's trying to avoid us.
Not that I'm complaining. It's been too long.
Great goddess on a cracker. That man is a giant.
Too long.
Holy cow.
You look an ilm taller and twice as rugged. It suits you, Alphino.
Oh, I forgot about that. He hasn't met Alice. Oh my gosh. That actually brings up a funny meme that I saw.
Have you been giving him lessons on how to be the silent type?
Oh no. She's gonna... Oh dear. But like the meme I saw is like where Astinian saw both of them together and he's like, oh snap. Now that it's just like the Star Wars meme is like, now there are two of them. Oh dear. She's not happy though. Like girl, if I had a sibling whose tentacles looked the same as mine, I could understand if people mistaked me for them. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh dear.
Would someone mind explaining what is going on?
If I was a Astinian, I would not want to continue being here. I'd be like, I'm out. I am out. He's like, you can do it on your own. I'm out.
Astinian! It's been too long.
Oh, when I saw that, yeah. Oh boy.
No, it's quite understandable. That was hardly the first time we've been...
Gira is such a fanboy, you can't help but love him. Oh yeah. as soon as like he was able to be more of in his own element, he has been that much more adorable.
What I will say, for the second time today,
He's a blessing. Yes, he is.
inside and out, I can tell.
One can't remain a spoiled little lordling.
Excuse me.
At least someone's having a good time.
Ooh, come on, Alize. It was an honest mistake.
Alphino would never befriend
I mean,
boys because he couldn't stand the thought.
if I had a male sibling, I think there would be a very clear distinction between me and them. Just saying. Perhaps he sees them as the brother he never had. I think he learned how to talk with people rather than at them. You can't keep him all to yourself forever. I think that one suits better.
I wouldn't be so sure. He still loves nothing better than the sound of his own voice.
Might just be a twin problem. That is true. Although I think it has to be identical twins. Maybe if one of them chopped off the back of their hair, the issue would be gone.
Speaking of which, I was just on my way to borrow an airship to take me to Azisla.
Azisla? How could I forget? The dragon with whom Bahamut shared the deepest of bonds.
Oh, we're gonna go talk to some dragons. Oh, I'm excited.
Tiamat, his mate. Even now she remains imprisoned on Azisla, though her remorse binds her faster than any shackle.
I see.
Because I remember, I hope everyone's seen the trailer for the next expansion, because I am gonna talk about it a little bit occasionally. But seeing Estinian come in on a dragon was like one of the coolest things ever.
I'm not sure if Tataru mentioned this, but we Scions have an airship of our own now.
I thought that was amazing.
And why not? Assuming your sister can bear the thought of sharing a deck with me.
Be my guest. But confuse me with Alphino again and I'll throw you overboard.
Hello.
Who he thinks he is.
Whoa.
Nothing like Alphino painted.
Hello. Wow, that is a long name. It's so long that I can't even read it in the chat. Super sexy boy. I can't say that name because it makes me laugh too much. Hello back to you too. Hello, hi Oxmom. Hey Toa, how's it going? I've not seen the full trailer yet. I want to watch 5.5 content first. Totally understandable. I'll try not to talk about it too much. Oh wow, they just decided to put us here. Okay, that's fine. Yeah. Yes, hello YouTube people. Hello, hello. Oh, there's a scroll option so that I can scroll to read the next set. That is a long name. I'm not quite sure what I'll just call you Nico for now. Or Neko, because you have a long name. Oh, I have to speak now. Is Akko the person to ask? As far as I know, she's the only one of us to have met Tiamat face to face. I guess that is true. Even now, she remains a prisoner of the Elegant Empire. Let's just say it helped that Midgar was there to introduce me. Where are the other comments coming from? I am streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Multi-streaming. Because I want to. Yeah, that makes more sense. You were a friend of her father. Yes, I was. I have her father as a little fledgling. I too have met with Tiamat. Oxmom, can't you set up a dual screen chat so that we can see each other? I think YouTube should be showing. Is it not showing YouTube? It should be. No, yeah, it's showing up both. It is showing both. A dual screen, yeah, it's showing both. Since the The cool thing is, when you buy Streamlabs Prime, you can actually connect both, and thankfully both will appear in the same one. It just doesn't look like that because of how I have it set up. I'm looking at different chat boxes, seeing if I can have a cool one made. We'll take a look. Covering many bases, but also must be very demanding. It is actually not that demanding because Streamlabs Prime takes care of it for me. Which is nice. I see them. Yeah. After the Dragon Song War came to a close, I came to her to speak. A worm who had fought her own war against man in another age. I wished to know if she harbored thoughts of vengeance and asked as much. She said no. My hatred for your kind was extinguished long ago. But the guilt she feels for resurrecting Bahamut burns on undimmed. It torments her even now. And maybe she'll help us kill him again. Then your original reason for coming out here out of concern that Tiamat had been forced to summon Bahamut. Nidhogg is part of me. I feel his emotions as my own, and I know that he would not allow his sister to be made a tool of evil. In his absence, it falls to me to watch over her. Oh, wow. It's like having a stepbrother. Except your stepbrother is actually kind of just, part dragon, part elf man. Kind of weird. I can dig it, though. Alright, Estinian. Is it you and me going up there? Tiamat awaits this way. Alright. I'm gonna get on my whale and fly over there. Yeah, my PC thankfully isn't that taxed by this. Eventually, though, with all of the things I want to do with streaming, I am gonna get a second PC when I decide to do full body tracking. Because the second PC will be just for streaming and games. The other one will be just for my body and voice modulator. And that will be interesting. Are we gonna set the dragon free? That would be cool. She gonna talk? I can't remember. Why didn't we let her go last time we were here? Oh, I have to speak. My sire's mortal companion, what bringeth thee back to this forsaken place, child of man? I'm gonna be skipping over her speaking because she doesn't speak English.
It's plain she knows naught of recent events. Perhaps you should enlighten her.
But I don't speak dragon, I speak Neko. I speak only Neko. But maybe she understands. I honestly can't remember. Maybe she does. That my sins should be repeated. I sense not the faintest stirring. As to who could have called him forth, I know of none save the dragons of Mercidia, our children. The icon claimed their souls when first he manifested, and robbed of their will, they became tools for the Allagan's dark designs.
Much like those held here in Asislar. If dragons who worship Bahamut are required to summon him, that must mean...
Yes, the dragons of Mercidia are at the mercy of this Ascian. There can be no other explanation. Cursed Ascians, vile minions of darkness. Yes, vile minions of darkness. Although a few of them have turned out to be kind of cool in the end. Again, you would profane the memory of my beloved and strip our children of their freedom and their dignity. Are there no depths to which you will not stoop?
Your children's pain means nothing to them. They laugh at your kind suffering.
Tears will not right this wrong, nor will lamentation.
I think he's trying to get Mom to go to work. Get Mom Dragon to go to work. What would you ask? What wouldst thou have from me, Slayer of Dragons?
Behavior befitting a great worm.
Ooh. Oh, he's calling her out.
I came here to ask mighty Tiamat of the First Brood, consort of Bahamut, mother of the dragons of Mericidia, what she intends to do about the crimes committed against her children.
I'd let you know that if I was a dragon, I'd be pretty pissed. She needs a tongue lashing? Maybe. Were I free, I would answer thine insolence with fire, but words shall have to suffice. Recall, mortals, that it was I who did first summon my beloved, praying with all my being to bring him forth. You who contend with icons cannot well be ignorant of that consequence.
You too were exposed to his influence. That you are yet in possession of your own will is testament to the indomitable strength of your soul. But were you to meet with Bahamut again, you fear you might succumb.
Indeed, ask the Dragon Slayer, and he will tell thee the power we of the First Brood wield. Were I to lose myself to the Icon's influence, all would pay the price. I kind of understand that. But it is of little matter, for even had I the strength to resist, I yet lack the strength to break my shackles. This prison shall be my tomb. I don't think Estinian's happy with that answer.
On the matter of Bahamut's influence, at least, I believe we can be of some assistance.
You're gonna give the giant dragon a pig to eat?
We have a cure. And while we've never tried it on one such as you, its basic principles are universal.
We're gonna give the dragon a pig to eat. Speakest thou in earnest? Yup.
There's no future for those bound to the past. That you committed a terrible sin, I do not dispute. But if you feel remorse, you may yet make amends. We offer you that chance. Take it, or you will forever remain a prisoner, not of these cruel shackles, but of your own guilt.
A chance to make amends, to lay Bahamut's memory to rest. When our own star faced annihilation, Hydaling granted us sanctuary, and now your foes would bring about her destruction. This I cannot allow. For the debt I owe to Hydaling and all those who have suffered for my sins, I shall fight with you, children of man. I've never had a dragon on my side. Actually, never mind. That's a lie. We have had a dragon on our side quite a few times. Which doesn't make what I was about to say cool. But I was going to say that I've never had a dragon on my side, but it's about to get real. I have no idea how we're going to free her. Especially since that looks like a lock. Yeah, I forgot about Midgar. I forgot about him. He's obviously a buddy of mine too. It's been a while since I don't use his mount very often. But yes. Now, I don't know how we're going to break her out of there. I don't think I can lockpick that with my own hands. But maybe Mr. Cat Fanboy has an idea. While Porkies have been shown to be effective in curing the temper, Tiamat must be considered a special case. She is far larger and immensely more powerful than any subject treated thus far. Were we to remove her restraints only to find that the process had failed, we would be hard-pressed to contain her. Then before going ahead, we should learn as much as we can about the exact nature of condition. Do you suppose we can find the information here? And Harel's Vizar... Yes. I forgot about her too. Well, yes, we can. We can indeed. The Alligans kept detailed records on all of their notable captives, and I know exactly where to look. We shall leave this to you then. In the meantime, the rest of us can turn our thoughts to the removal of the shackles. Wonder if this is where the dungeon is. We haven't had a dungeon here. Well, we have had a dungeon here, but we haven't been here in a while, so that would be exciting. I know Alphino and Akko here well enough, but not you. Are you certain you're ready enough to see this through? Rest assured, Sir Estinian, that I am both ready and willing to give my all for the sake of this star, though that is not my only reason for wanting to set Tiamat free. While I do not claim to know all of her sorrows, I too once found myself in the prison of despair, and I well understand how hard it can be to dare to dream of escape. It took the encouragement of brave souls that I am able to make the first step towards a brighter future, and now I would help Tiamat do the same. I gather you're not as young as you look. Mayhap, when our work is done here, we could trade tales over a pot of Tataru's famous tea. And be indebted to her for the leaves in the hot water? I think not. I see. Ahem. Returning swiftly to the task at hand. Believe the nodes governing Tiamat's restraints are located in the sector known as the flagship. We are familiar with it. The Aether Chemical Research Facility in particular. You may wish to take this, a spirit vessel containing a small amount of my blood. But she makes such good tea. I know, right? I don't think Estinian wants to owe her anything, though. Which you just happen to be carrying around with you. I suppose that could seem rather odd to explain. Rambros, Orianger, and I are researching the use of spirit vessels in the transference not only of memories, but the traits of certain bloodlines, and so I keep one at the ready should an opportunity to test our theories arise. It's very convenient, but... Alright, I'll accept it. As for its use to you, you may recall that during our previous visit, the nodes here granted access to the restricted functions, having identified me as being of royal blood, and armed with that spirit vessel, I posit that they will do the same for you, even in the absence of, well, the rest of me. It seemed worth a try at least. Agreed, we'll take good care of it. To the flagship, then. Alright. Alright, where are we headed? All the way over there. Should be easy. Jeez, I forgot just how big that airship was. I mean, I haven't had it needed to come here in a while. It looks just as cool as when I remember first seeing it like 4 or 5 months ago. Actually, no, it's more like 5 or 6 months now. Let us split up and search the flagship for the node that controls Tiamat's restraints. Should you find a likely candidate, do not be tempted to make any adjustments. It would not do to accidentally release some manner of experimental monstrosity, nor less Tiamat herself in her current state. Our objective at this stage is simply to identify the relevant node or nodes. Once we learn what we can, we should reconvene and compare notes prior to proceeding. Okay. Everything here is so low level. I'm not worried about it. Like level 60, don't even try me. Oh man, now we actually get to do some searching. Let me zoom in here a little bit. I'm guessing it's probably gonna be up there. Oh wait, never mind. Never mind, this is what it looks like. Friction between metallic components detected. Temperature increasing to critical levels. Please replace damaged parts or retreat to a safe distance. Okay. There's another one over there. Clamorous node. Nice. Lit bloop. Warning. Scheduled dragon restraint maintenance due in 2020 years. Failure to verify system integrity may result in an unscheduled specimen release. Okay, I think that's the one we need to go to. I bet you there's one up there. Maybe. I don't see it that like this is the end. 2020, nice. Yeah, it's very... Oh, you know what? You're not wrong. That is a nice little nod there. Is there anything up here? No. We've gone too far. Oh, there it is. Obstreperous. No. Obstreperous. I don't know what that means. Data link with Delta Quadrant broken. Possible cause, intruder interference. Advise deployment of automated combat units. Proceed? No, please do not proceed. That wasn't even a big fall. Come on. Hello. Oh, hey, Lottle. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. We're trying to free a big mama dragon right now. Well, we have to feed her a pig first, and then we can free her. I'm afraid Destiny and I have little to show for our efforts. Did you find anything? Yes. As the main character, I find everything. That would have been neat if... Yeah. Yeah. Yes, the chirping node, which spontaneously warned me about neglecting the dragon restraints. Spontaneously, you say? Well, that does sound promising, almost suspiciously so, in fact. But then you were in possession of the spirit vessel. I dare say it's indeed the node of which Gira had spoken. Lurk. Also, Lottle's here. Yes! And it was chirping, you say. Very well, let us take a closer look. Are we going to walk back over there? Yeah, we're going to walk back over there. Run all the way back over. I could use my whale, but I'll just walk instead. Oh, cool. I hope you're doing good, Miss Lottle. I am excited for tomorrow. I'm really excited for tomorrow, actually. Do you wish to operate the dragon restraint mechanism? You do not have the requisite access privileges. Operation of the dragon restraint mechanism may only be undertaken by the chief technologist and members of the royal family. Or those with a vessel full of blood, perhaps. I'm doing alright. Looking forward to tomorrow, too. I'm really excited for it. Yes, let's give the spirit vessel. I hope we're not releasing the dragon right now. That would be a bad idea. New user detected. Commencing biometric authentication. Authentication complete. User identified as member of the royal family. Please state your name. Oh, we can't say his name. Sure, I'll just say my name. Welcome, Takoyaki. You may operate the dragon restraint mechanisms when ready. Oh dear, I'm afraid that it's like, you're gonna be like, wait a second, that doesn't make any sense. Unable to disengage restraints of specimen Tiamat, a system update is required. Lovely. You always need a system update when you're trying to do something important. A system update? What do you suppose it's asking of us? It wants to update to Windows 10 is what it wants to do. See, that's what I want to choose, but that's obviously... That's not what I would say. In-game, of course. Actually, now that I think about it, my in-game self is a little bit of a jerk. So, yeah, I would say that. Smash it to pieces, maybe? Now that I do understand, you can go first. User agitation detected. Initiating guidance program. Oh, boy. That's funny. In order to operate the restraint mechanism, I require access to the central control system. However, I'm unable to establish a link to said system due to the obsolescence of my own software. This issue can be resolved by applying a system update using the corresponding terminal located within the flagship. Okay, so the little node was like, wait a second, don't smash me to bits. Because then I cease to be a node. Now, I love how we all look at Alpha now. So this thing releases the restraints or not. It can, but once has received the requisite system update, as far as I can tell. Until which time it will float there spewing nonsense. User dissatisfaction detected. Initiating placation protocols. I'm here to help. Rest assured that I will be on hand to guide you through every step of the system update process. How gratifying, but I dare say we will fare better with guidance than without it. This is beautiful. Oh boy. Okay. So now it's going to lend us a hand. Guiding user to terminal, this way please. I would be down if there was a dungeon here. I would be very down with it. Is it down here? I think so. Maybe. No, I think it's up there. It's kind of hard to tell. Nope, it's in there. Burp, burp, burp. Yep, that's exactly what it sounds like. Alright, here we go. Perfect. Let's see, according to the terminal, the central control system is presently employing software version 56.135. Dare I ask which version you are employing? I swear it's going to be like 1.0 or something. Why, software version 42.002, of course. Warning, errors detected in the data management system. Estimated time requirement for update, 5 years, 1 day. Oh, gosh. Can we make it go faster? That's rather longer than we're hoping. Aren't there any other options? For instance, using this terminal to operate Tiamat's restraints instead? The proposed method is indeed an option. Please be warned, however, that the procedure may have changed as a result of the system update, and my instructions may no longer be accurate. I can't imagine it has changed all that much, as long as we pay due attention to any discrepancies. I dare say we shall be able to muddle our way through. Don't bother trying to explain. Just tell me if we've made progress. I think Estinian doesn't like listening to the technobabble, as would I. I come back and the chat is unchanged. Everyone is coming from Twitch. No, everyone is from everywhere, technically. Just a little bit. I'm trying to get more people on YouTube, but everyone is kind of in both places. I would say so, yes, it does, however, require that I remain here to operate the terminal. I shall inform you via link pearl once I'm ready to release the shackles. Might be best if you left the spirit vessel with me. I may have yet use for it. Rest assured, I'll be certain to return it to Giratia once it's over. Oh, excuse me. Just a little more work and Tiamat will be free. Before we go any further, there's something I would know. When Tiamat and her kin fought against the Allegan Empire, both sides were but dancing to the tune of the Ascians. And it was the same in Ishgard, where they stoked the fires of conflict between man and dragon from the shadows. All of the Ascian turns to ash, and thus have you made it your mission to fight them. But there have been times where you tried to reach out to them instead, to find common ground. And so I must ask, what do you intend to do with Fandaniel? Will you try and reach out to him too? I think we've already done that. Yeah, that sounds about right. After I wipe the smile off his face. I'd rather put my lance through his heart and be done with it. But perhaps the difference between you and me... Oh, excuse me. You seem the good in people, even if it be the faintest glimmer. I only hope you do not come to rue your benevolence. You think us unwise for viewing the world thus? Far from it, that has ever been your way, as I have learned when we journeyed together with Iceheart. Yet the fact remains that there are some who view compassion as a weakness to be exploited, and there may come a time when you extend the hand of friendship only to wish that you had dealt the killing blow. So save your mercy for those who deserve it. Well, we should be getting back to our task. If Alphino has things in hand here, I suggest we rejoin the others. Highly doubt Fandaniel would be as understanding as Emmett or even Elidibus. Yeah, Emmett was pretty cool after he understood everything. And Elidibus, like, it took a moment and he's just like, well, okay, I guess this is alright. I think Fandaniel, again, just wants to see the world burn. And as long as that happens, I think he's happy. Grandpa Emmett. Yeah. Emmett is like that old man that's just... He's kind of like an old fart, and where he's... just like, hey, could you do this for me? No? Okay, well, I guess I'll help you then. I don't know. But I really liked Emmett. He's one of my favorite characters. I didn't like him at first. My entire way through Shadowbringers, I was saying how much I didn't like him to Temp, because Temp was really the only one there watching me play through it. And their multi-platform support. Oh yeah, there's always been multi-platform support. I just think nobody's really been on YouTube, but I'm trying to change that. So if you haven't subbed to me on YouTube, go ahead and do it, because I do more than just live streams. I do upload a video every single day, and there will be more videos coming in the future. I multi-stream myself. Yes, multi-streaming is very fun. Anyway. But yeah, Emmett became quickly one of my favorite characters. More cutscene time. Oh, excuse me. Emmett was a good dude deep down. We just needed to prove ourselves. Yeah, that's right. We had to prove to him that we were worthy of holding on to the memory that he didn't want to be forgotten. Senia told me all is well, but nothing more. Honestly, it's like getting blood out of stone with him. I take it from Alphino's absence that he's needed elsewhere. That sounds rather frustrating, but you got there in the end while you were off taking notes. Gira and I were learning as much as we could about Tiamat's condition. We did prove ourselves to him multiple times. Yes, well, sometimes it takes multiple times in order to get someone to, Sleepy Octomom, don't get restless. Oh, don't worry. I think I'm yawning because I'm talking a lot. Because I seem to yawn when I talk a lot. I don't really get that, but I think that's what it is. But don't worry, I won't go restless. Sounds rather frustrating, but you got there in the end while you were taking notes. Gira and I were learning... Oh, I already read that. Octomom needs more coffee. I actually don't drink coffee. The closest I have to caffeine is Dr. Pepper. Or I guess if you want to talk in octopus terms, maybe Dr. Squid. Oh gosh, that would be interesting if like there was a Splatoon Dr. Pepper equivalent. I haven't seen it yet. Oh man. Our readings confirm that her ethereal balance leans strongly towards the umbral, as was the case with the kobolds. Therefore, all other things being equal, the treatment should work. How about tea? I do drink lots of tea. A lot of tea. I love herbal tea. The difficulty lies in the sheer quantity of aether which we must contend. Multiple applications of the treatment will inevitably be required if we are to reverse the effects of the tempering completely. Even if the final time we ended up having to KO his mortal form. Yeah, sometimes you gotta kill someone in order to get them to accept you. But those were the boundaries he was willing to go. Matcha? I think I know what tea you're talking about. Meaning I need all the aether I can get. Thank you in advance. Although the Endeavor will ask much of us, we do have one reason to be optimistic. Namely that Tiamat shows no signs of fanatical devotion, suggesting a milder case of tempering than that suffered by the kobolds. Tiamat saw Bahamut as an equal rather than a god, might have made a difference. It's just green tea? Yeah. Now that you mention it, it's very well she might. Would not have believed it necessarily to defer to his will. But enough talk, it's time to put our theories to proof. Tell Alphino to disengage the restraints, ethereal dampers. Time to feed this dragon a pig. A flying pig. I'm counting on you, Angelo. Angelo's gonna become meat for this dragon. Sorry to say. Such warmth, the frost that shrouds my soul doth begin to thaw. But what are these? Visions of the days long forgotten, of a war with the men of Alag. Wherefore do such baleful memories return to me now? You want to be absolutely sure we were ready for anything, and were it not for his help, who knows if we would have been able to deal with Elidibus. Very true, because Elidibus was about to kill us, and then Emmett was just like, psych, no you're not. Could it be that the process of restoring her soul to its pre-tempered state is awakening the ancient memories? Or might be the opposite true? If so, by helping her recall the past, we may be able to speed her recovery. Akko, she trusts you. Speak to her. Ask her to tell you times past. From one mom to another. Tell me that. Sure. Hopefully that's not too traumatizing. Bahamut, my beloved, would the peace we found in Mercidia could have lasted for eternity. But alas, it was not to be. The Ascians saw to that. In all creation, I know none more wicked. It was at their behest that the men of Alag first came unto Mercidia, unto our home. The tale began when Bahamut and I left our father's side. We took wing in search of a place to make our eyrie. Beyond the southern ocean, we discovered a lush and fertile land. It would come to be known as the Mercidia by the children of men. Through many years were to pass before they crossed the seas. Upon our arrival, we were welcomed by peaceful people of the forest, into the trees, surrounded by nature's bounty. Bahamut and I found a place to raise our young. Little wormlings. Adorable. Fascinating. This correlates with the writings of the Charlian scholar Ruhushla. I can't speak. BB now stands for Bathing Beauty. Be right back. Emmett, deadass Thanos snapped us back into the fight like, nah, Elidibus, you ain't hacking your way out of this one. These guys are your problem now. Yeah, that's basically how it went. That's basically how it went. She posits that man first settled on the southern continent towards the end of the second astral era. Correctly, it would appear. If only she were here with us to hear the tale from Tiamat herself. I can see Grandpa Emmett help us in Endwalker. That would be pretty cool. I'm not quite sure how, because he faded into the aether. But that would be pretty neat if he came back. Again, Angelo. When the first children of man arrived at our shores, no foot did they set in those places over which we held dominion. Such was their fear of dragonkind, and they kept their distance, so we let them be. Yet as the days went by, ship after ship appeared on the horizon, bearing even more of their brethren, who divided the vast land amongst themselves. For a time they knew peace and prosperity, but as their numbers grew, the smaller their share came to seem, and soon they began to covet the territory of their fellows. Ere long, man fought with man, blood was answered with blood, and none could see an end to the strife, until one day they came to us. Recognizing our wisdom, they entreated us to intercede in their conflicts. Bahamut agreed, and with him presiding over the affairs of men, the land knew peace once more. Excuse me. Alas, those golden days of harmony too were fated to end, for the men of Alag slew my beloved and I, and my rage and sorrow heeded the envenomed words of the Ascians. The rest thou knowest only too well. I mean, we were able to summon him back during the battle with Elidibus, however briefly. Yeah, so I don't know how it's going to work out. Maybe we'll see him again. It'd be nice if he just came out of the void and bitch slapped Van Daniel and said, no, bad. And then Van Daniel, like, slinks away, embarrassed, like a kid who got spanked by their parents. That would be actually really cool. And I think Alize needs more mana. Your tale doesn't have to end there. When you're free, we'll rid the world of the Ascians together, and your beloved will have justice. Fine sentiments, but you're almost spent. I'll keep watch from above. If the treatment fails, run. Such is the power we inherited from being a reincarnation of Azem. Yeah. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I swear when this is over, she does not like Estinian at all. Keep going, Alize. The magic is working. Well, I knew this wasn't going to be easy. No patient could have prepared me for treating a great worm. But we're close, I can feel it. And while I only got a few more drops of Aether left to give, with yours and Graz, this will work. And I believe I speak for both of us when I say that you may take as much as you require. Don't kill me now, but take as much as you need. Careful, I might hold you to that. Alright, here I go. That pig is flying way too close to that dragon's mouth. Come on, Alize, you can do it. I don't think he wants to... She start being torn asunder a second time, too. Yeah. He's gonna come in at the last moment, though. Like, most, Ex Machinas do. In a raid as PLD. Oh, you're fine. This is it. Like, we were kind of able to call in Emmett for assist, who's to say we couldn't do it again should the need arise. Oh yeah, I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm just saying the situation has to be right for it. I can feel it. The icon's grip groweth weak.
Did it work?
We won't know for certain until the shackles are removed.
Oh, lovely. So we do have to let the dragon go. So he's like, well, shit, I guess I need to take out my spear just in case. Answer me this, children of men. Can my kindred be saved in the like manner? I would say yes.
Many have been subjected to the Allagan's dark arts. Their flesh irrevocably altered. For such tortured souls, I fear there can be no salvation.
My children. Should you hearken unto my call, we shall fly together once more, but should you not, I shall grant you peace. Damn, that sounds that's sad. Is hype as F when he came in with the assist during the Elidibus fight? Yes, it was. Better to die than live as tools of evil. You too would wish this, I know, and I shall do as I must.
When that time comes, you won't be alone. We'll stand by you.
I have to wonder how far into this patch I am. I know that the patches are each a couple hours long each. But I have to wonder, because this is probably going to be a 2-part stream. Like, another stream another day. Like, maybe I'll do this in a couple of days again.
Alphino's ready. It's time.
Because I'm digging the story right now. And if I want to grind a healer up to level 80, I will definitely have streams where I do that. Let's hope and pray. Let's cross our fingers and pray to Hydaelyn that this worked. Hope you guys are crossing your fingers. We're gonna need it. Bahamut, my beloved. For vengeance and atonement, I rise. Man, I don't know about you, but if I were shackled like that for a couple thousand years, I probably would need some time to stretch before I started flying.
Urianger, your timing could not be better. Understood, we're on our way. It's Bahamut. He's been sighted over Pagalthan. He flies for the largest Amalta settlement in the region, at the head of a vast host, including dragons.
Oh boy. It's the Dragon Song War all over again.
Did you hear all that, Alphino? You'd best rejoin your comrades. I'll make my own way. Our enemy awaits. Shall we?
Oh my gosh, he's actually gonna ride the dragon. That is awesome. Oh man, that is so cool. I am excited. Alright, let's finish up this quest. Well, I'm sure you're desperate to join Estinian and Tiamat. Twits be wiser to gather full strength of the science first. The foe we could face demands no less. Of course. Where are we going? Okay, perfect. Alright. Time to... I have no idea what this dungeon is. I'm excited though. New dungeon. We might not get to it tonight. It's 6:30. I was only planning to go for 2 hours since I have a meeting later tonight with someone. But we will have to continue this another day. Because in half an hour I do need to be done. I've already sent word to the others. We are to rendezvous in Ul'dah at the Hall of Flames. Let us collect Alphino and be on our way. Well, we freed a dragon. It's pretty poetic, I guess. Where are we headed now, though? Oh boy. Oh wow, it just teleports us for us. Alright, that's fine, I guess. Now, I know some of you could do with the rest, but I'm sorry to say that the Telefor Ori have other plans. Pagalthan is already under siege. That's where the next dungeon is, I'm guessing. Happily, the Mortal Flames arrived just in time to join the defensive effort, with Marshal Tarupin at their head. Well, now, given the failure of the peace negotiations, I was uncertain how the Sultanate would respond. It's good to hear that Ul'dah has not abandoned the Almiraj. Abandoned them? Did we not profess to be their friends? Hey, it's Best Princess. I guess the second part of this will be tomorrow. No, I am part of a stream tomorrow, actually, with Lottle. So, I will be on stream with Lottle tomorrow. And... actually, it won't be on the 21st either, because I'll be streaming on the 22nd. So it might be in a few days, but I will continue the second part of this in a couple of days. It's just the next few are going to be busy for me. Marshal Tarupin had made provisions for such an exigency and was ready to depart at a moment's notice. All that was required was the agreement of the syndicate, each of whom voted in favor of the intervention. You know, I'm so glad she's not dead, because when we all thought she died, I was so upset. And then they pulled Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on us and said, oh no, she's not dead. And I'm just like, oh, thank God, because I like her. Friday, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I'm not back to my full streaming schedule yet. I'll have to let you guys know. Because I also have to do Genshin sometime either this week or next too, because we have to do part 2 of chest hunting. Because we need to find more chests in the world of Genshin. Nor is Ul'dah alone in its resolve. The other alliance nations have likewise dispatched their troops to Pagalthan. Yet even with our combined strength, we shall be sorely tested, for we face not only the might of an Imperial Legion, but Lunar Bahamut and his draconic horde besides. Tiamat's children. Fight as we may, victory is by no means assured, but not all of the omens are grim. Our forces report that despite their proximity to lunar Bahamut, none of the Almirage show any signs of tempering. Strange, what primal would turn down a chance to claim new thralls? Forgot that she's blind and that's... she looks a little bit... Unless it's incapable of doing so, primals are not wont to serve a master. Ascian or otherwise, it may well be that lunar Bahamut differs in some fundamental manner from those that we've previously encountered. If that were true, anyone could fight him, and Akko and the others like her wouldn't have to shoulder the burden alone. Be that as it may, lunar Bahamut remains an incalculably powerful foe, whom our soldiers will struggle to best through mere force of arms. With the aid of the science, however, I believe they will fare rather better, assuming, that is, you are ready to take to the field. I'd say this takes more of a bit more of a priority over mere chest hunting in Genshin. Well, I kind of want to get back to that because that was fun too. I don't know. We'll have to alternate. We'll wait and see. Again, this is I'm not doing anything official yet because my debut is not for another like 20 days. Wow, it's crazy. That's how far away it is. But we'll have to wait and see. As an airship awaits to bear you to the front, pray set forth as soon as you are able. I love it. Alphino has a bunch of these close-up shots where he's just like thinking hard. I meanwhile should continue to coordinate our forces. Till next we meet, may the 12 bless and keep you. I like her poofy dress. It's so awesome. It's kind of her to speak with us personally. You may be certain she has no shortage of responsibilities. We are kind of important people though, so kind of common, I guess. I for one am inclined to do as her grace requests, lest we forget. Are involved and Fordola are in Palthagan on reconnaissance. Sooner we save the day, the better their chances. Indeed, to the airship then. I mean, if a lot of people want to watch this over Genshin, then I will definitely do that. But it may like be a Saturday or Sunday when that happens. I don't know. Oh, we have to go to the airship landing. Lovely. Which means I have the fun task of remembering how to get to airship landing, because Ul'dah always confused me. I believe it is this way. Will you take me to... Yes, you will. Is that where we're going? I might be going the wrong way. It doesn't matter if I do because... Yeah, I need to go down to the... Yeah, I went down the wrong way. That's okay. Take me to the airship landing, please. No. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, Ul'dah has always confused me. I've been here for a while, but I always get lost. Where am I going? Greetings, we've been expecting you, but say the word and we shall depart. Is this, It is a dungeon. Okay, it is a dungeon. Alright. I figured as much. Well, I'm not gonna do the dungeon today, because it's gonna take me like half an hour to 45 minutes to get done. Instead, like I mentioned, I do want to start a healer class that we will be focusing on grinding after the next patch is done. So, what are the healer classes that are available? I think there's like 3. Let me look this up on my phone, actually. Because I want to be a healer. Because everyone loves healers. So, if either of you, either Ben or Twilight, want to tell me which healer... I mean, like, we could, like, say... You guys could tell me which ones you want me to be. Because I'm assuming that people are going to choose a healer that they like. Or, I don't know, really doesn't matter. I just want to be a healer because everyone loves healers. And I'll get into duties a lot faster if I'm a healer. So that's why I want to raise one. Oh, goodness. I'm gonna look this up here. I am partial to AST. I don't know your call, but I can tank. AST. Oh, Astrologian? Is that a healer class? Yes, it is a healer class. Let's see here. Tem told me that White Mage is the best healer in the game. Because I think that's just because it does nothing but healing. And then there's Scholars, which some of the little partners, I believe that's what Alphino is. Alphino is a Scholar. Astrologians. Oh, if I played an Astrologian, that would start me off at level 50. Okay, so there's really only 3 classes, because Sage is not till the next expansion. Let's see. AST gives out buffs while healing. Oh, interesting. Okay. You tell you what, we'll go for Astrologian. I don't know where, though. I need to go for that. Where do I go to start the Astrologian class? I'm assuming it's probably, Ishgard. Yeah, I was figuring probably Ishgard, because it's level 50. Nope, it's not Mordona. It's here. Oh no. Yep, there it is. Foundation. And I figure we'll spend the next 15 or so minutes prepping for that. And then next time I will be working on finishing the patch. And then after that, we'll start working on raising our Astrologian to level 80. No, I should be fine. I should be fine. Thank you, though. Let's see. What's your sign? Actually, where is the quest? Is it over here? Yes, it looks like it. Okay. That's who I talked to. Perhaps you were drawn by fate to this place of learning, or perhaps you wish to know more of fate itself. Do you wish to know more of fate? I think this is where I'm supposed to go. I think. Yes, I wish to know more of fate. You were wise to come hither, for the stars have written the fates of every woman and man on Hydaelyn. It was there in the stars that I read a woman would call upon the Atheum this very day, a woman who would play an important role in my own life. But my apologies, even the most skilled reader cannot scry a name from the heavens. Would you be so kind as to give me yours so that I might know who is to be my newest protege? Yes, I will become your newest protege. Akko, well, I was not expecting that, but what is a name but an attempt by our begetters to wield power over the lives of their sons and daughters? Lives whose paths have already been foretold, in a sense, that is. My name is Jean Quinard. I believe that is how you pronounce his first name. De Durandare. And I am an astrologian for the Holy See. Remember that name, for it shall echo forevermore in the anal... It shall forever echo in the annals of Ishgardian history. I almost made a terrible mistake, well, by trying to say that. Well, it will once I put it here. Once we put it there. Okay, now what? Simply cannot take his eyes off of you. Oh dear. Now where to begin? I suppose I could consult my divining deck for an answer, but that would be too easy now, wouldn't it? Very well, at the beginning it is. Astrology, or the reading of the stars, is a branch of aetherological science which originated in the distant Sharlayan. There have been astrologians in Ishgard for thousands of years, but it wasn't until 3 centuries ago when Aduniel the Younger learned of the movement of the stars. Could also be used to foresee the movements of the Dravanian horde that the field became popular. Excuse me, I cannot speak tonight, apparently. It's a good thing that I'm almost done here. Since then, what was once a single science has bifurcated into 2 similar yet ultimately different schools of learning. The Sharlayan school of astrology and the Ishgardian school, the former placing a focus on tapping celestial aether and transforming it into beneficial magics or astromancy. The latter specializing solely in determining the actions of our dragon enemies to the north. I am a student of the former, the only student of the former here in Ishgard, and have been actively seeking a partner with whom to conduct my research. Let us just say that my fellow astrologians here have been less than approving of my path, but that's simply because they are afraid of what they do not know. Once they do know of how Charlayan astrology can benefit the sea and its soldiers, they will feel foolish for ever having doubted me. Us. You will be joining me, will you not? Walking the path that has been laid out before you instead of stubbornly denying your fate, postponing the inevitable. I believe I will accept my fate, good sir. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. I should. I see you wasted no time making your decision. Like I always say, the stars are never wrong. Alas, even a lifetime of study and training cannot unlock all the secrets written in those stars. Myself, I have been a student of the astromantic. I speak English. I don't speak Old English. I promise. You talk to me normally. I can speak regular English. But Old English, I'm gonna have to play this game and speak a lot to get used to it again. I have been a student of the astromantic arts for more summers than I can count. And I still often misread the signs shown to me in the skies. Though my readings are far more accurate now than they were when I attended the Athenaeum in Charlayan. Not the Charlayan, mind you, the colony that once thrived in the Dravanian hinterlands. I can recall my time there like it was but yesterday. The first 6 moons I was not even allowed to touch the deck of 60, let alone conduct a reading with the major arcana. Most of my time was spent in the scriptorium transcribing old tomes on astrological fundamentals, such as the 6 elemental houses. Divinity, duplicity, class, triplicity. Okay, there we go. I'm a big girl and I can spell that out. House, modality, and polarity. Dignity versus detriment. See, now I can't even say normal words. I abhorred the task and would tirelessly pester my instructors as to when I might actually be granted the opportunity to weave a spell or perform a reading. It wasn't until the end of the 6th moon that I realized that all the transcribing had prepared me with the essentials I would need to do those very things. Positions of the celestial bodies with the 6 elemental houses and their relation to the major and minor arcana of the deck of 60. Therein lie the secrets to tapping the ethereal power locked in the heavens. And soon you too will become privy to those secrets. But not this day, no, I would not have you transcribe musty old tomes like I was once forced to do. No, the task I have for you is much more interesting. You see, I am expecting the arrival of a very important guest. My old mentor from the studium has agreed to make the journey from the old world to Ishgard and speak with the Holy See regarding the implementation of the Charlayan astrological techniques in a city-state defense. Alas, the professor and his party are now fully 7 days late in arriving, and I have begun to worry for their safety. I should be much obliged, therefore, if you would inquire of the other astrologians here at the Athenaeum if they have heard of aught. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's talk to him. Oh, you can't talk to your own buddies? Okay. Wait, am I talking to you guys? I think so. Why would Lord Jean Quinnard think I had information on the whereabouts of a handful of unbelievers from across the blood-brine sea? I'm an astrologian, not a fortune teller. I cannot simply look to the stars and scry the location of the Viscout's guest, unless his guests are dragons, that is. I suppose if anyone knew aught, it would be the observatorium. We here at the Athenaeum are but students dedicated to research. Those with any influence in our field are assigned to the astroscope. He says I think he said he doesn't know where they are. Let me guess, the good Lord Jean Quinnard said he saw you in a vision and that the stars told him that you were ready to study Charlayan astrology with him. Am I close? You must be the 100th of his little pets to pester me this week alone. Oof. I think they're talking about all the other players that became an astrologian. I harbor no ill will towards ignorant unbelievers unlucky enough to find themselves caught up of talking stars and fortune. But you may tell that sorry excuse for an astrologian, for the umpteenth time, that I have heard naught concerning his imaginary friends from the faraway Charlayan. Just do not tell the Viscount I called him a sorry excuse for an astrologian, alright? Alright. I might, but... Jean Quinard is still waiting for word on his missing Charlayans instead of actually making an effort to find them, is he? Of course he is. Is it any wonder that in the nearly 15 years since his return from Charlayan, his skill in astromancy has remained unchanged? Any wonder that he has never yet managed to convince a single peer of value of the Charlayan school? He is a privileged little sprat who spends more time gazing at the stars in young maidens' eyes than actually trying to read the ones above his head. Wow, these guys are mean. All right. You tell the poor man I just returned from the observatorium, and one night at the communal feasting hall happened to overhear Chief Astrologian Mort is speaking with one of his aides regarding Charlayan. He was visibly upset, and I wasn't about to risk my career over something I care little about. So I merely put my head down and ate my beet soup. But that is all I know, and you did not hear from me. Beet soup sounds kind of nasty, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not a fan of beets. Just saying. Master Forlamont, and I thought this day could not get any worse. Oh no, I am suggesting that meeting you in any way has been unfortunate. It's just that, well, it may not be in our best interest to be seen together as of yet. There are certain people in the sea who do not approve of my studies. Couple that with the fact that you are an outsider and an unbeliever, well, many people can come with the wrong conclusions. We must act with caution until we can prove that our intentions are just and for the good of all Ishgard. So I must ask you to travel to the observatorium alone and meet me there. I feel like we're about to bring a new religion to Ishgard. We're going to... Wait, where are we going? We're going all the way to Thonalon. Why are we going back there? Alright. Alright. I hope that this quest doesn't last too much longer. If it goes a few minutes over, that would be nice. I mean, I would be okay with that. But I don't remember that, because I took the dancer class. I took up the dancer class as well. Wait a second. Oh, I hit the main quest instead of the job quest. That was my mistake. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. Oh boy. Okay. We're gonna pretend like that didn't happen. We're gonna pretend like I'm a professional here. And we're gonna fly on our giant whale over to the observatorium. Oh goodness. I'm looking at all of my side quests. I have a lot of side quests I need to get done. Like, I still haven't, like, the funny thing is I still haven't confronted the Ultima weapon for the second or third time. Because you're supposed to do that in order to get something special done. And I was just like, nah, I'm too lazy. My hope while streaming this is to get a lot of special quests done. Because it would be nice to have some of those completed, finally. Oh, goodness. Going a little higher? Okay. But anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy this. I've been wanting to play this game for a long, long time. And it's just been really... It's really good to finally start playing it on stream. Akko, allow me to apologize again for not accompanying you here. As for our business with the Chief Astrologian, you may leave the talking to me. Ah, Jean Quinard, I might have known it would be you. Who else would be so incident as to drag an outsider into this holy place of observation? Dude, I've been in here multiple times during the first expansion. It's not that special. You've always had an unhealthy obsession with the foreign. 'Tis why you are worthless to the Aetherium now as you were when you returned from that heathen city a decade and a half since. But the stars, they can serve us in ways that merely revealing when the Horde will attack. Guys, you don't have to worry about the Horde. I defeated the Horde. So the Horde is gone now. You guys don't have to worry about them attacking us now. Their powers, let's see here. The powers can be tapped. The Aether within can be used for... The issue should be left be. Has history taught you not about the folly of the Nimians, the Amdapori, the those special people? Mine uncle, the Charlayans, have been wielding astronomy for astromancy for ages without disrupting ethereal balance. This power combined with Ishgardian astrology could be what is needed to turn the tide of this 1,000-year conflict. Moreover, I have reason to believe that our masters at the Vault agree, as they have been given me their blessing to continue my research. I did not come to trade barbs with you. Nuncle? Is he... What? Let us save that for another time. I am here because it's come to my attention that you may have information as to the whereabouts of Professor Mace and his party from Charlayan. For someone who says he's not here to trade barbs, you have been quite generous in your dealing of them today. If it means you will leave and allow me to return to my work, then I'd be more than happy to let you know what information found its way to my desk just yesterday morn. Serpent Reaver sightings and foul weather prevented the professor's ship from entering the Strait of Murthor, where they would have made their way up to the Maiden in Corthes. After detouring around the south of Vilebrand, they finally disembarked at Vesper Bay, where they took the land route along the Royal Allegan Sunway to the Black Shroud. It is there, it seems, they lost their way. A lost astrologian. Ha! I think we're gonna go to the Black Shroud. It is my morning reading predicted. Dalamud was in the derelict in the House of the Spire while ascending over the ecliptic. There we go. Akko, you must journey to the Black Shroud and assist Professor Mace. Allow me to introduce you to Quimperane. He's my personal manservant and shall accompany you. He looks more than a manservant. He looks like a beefcake. He is not one for conversation, but his sword arm is amongst the best in the pillars. He shall see you safe if any danger were to befall you. Buddy, I don't know if you noticed, but I am quite literally the warrior of light. I don't know. I mean, we might be a little, I can't think of the word. We might be, not one to brag. I might not be one to brag, but I did single-handedly kill a dragon twice and stop an empire twice, I think. Yeah, twice. So your beefcake is a good companion for me, but I don't know if he'll quote-unquote protect me that much. The pleasure to serve you, milady. I shall make haste to Quarry Mill and wait for you there. Okay, so he's just gonna go there on his own. Alright. I'm gonna finish this one quest and then we're gonna be done. This way. Over here. A lot of people over here. Milady, I have questioned the residents of this hamlet and learned that the party of queerly dressed outsiders passed through not but a bell ago. It should not prove overly difficult to find them now, but before we begin, might I ask a moment of your time? Not... Alrighty, yeah. I would not dare utter aught ill of my master, but his recent fixation with the finding a protege, I believe it to be ill-considered. His passion, however pure, has left him with more than one enemy within the astrological community. Lord Lemont has seen to this. Fear not only for how his name might be sullied, but for his life. I beg of you, pray do not drag him any further down in this quagmire. Let him quietly dabble in his dream, but let it remain at that, a dream. No good will come of encouraging him. It will only hurt the Viscount and his family. You must remember that while I serve Lord Jean Quinard, it's his uncle, the Count, who employs me. That is a cool, that was a cool mount. Now, as for the task at hand, I suggest we find the wayward travelers and hurry back to our respective hearths. I shall lead. Might I ask you to take the rear and see that none might take us unawares. Okay. Yeah, as soon as I finish this quest, I don't know how much longer it's going to take. Hopefully not much longer. Bandits. Masked bandits. These bandits have not met level 80 me and my giant dragon blade, or dragon spear. These are the Charlayans we seek, and it appears they found themselves in trouble. Unhand my grandfather. Feisty will fetch a fine price for that one from the pleasure barge captains. I think he knows who I am. The soul has spoken. Grab the old man. These wizard types carry on them all manner of begamend, baubles, and golden trinkets. Up or I'll toss you to the snakes. Can't we just slit his throat now? You want to steal a man again? You'll leave us the girl. Try anything and he's dead. Wait, why are we not doing anything? Come on. I mean, like, I saved the world once or twice. I can surely defeat a few bandits. Maybe I could call Tiamat. Grandfather's soul crystal, why would he leave it here? Surrendering any power he might have to free himself from those bandits. Unless you were the one he saw in his reading before we left the old world. That was more than a moon ago. Imagine being black. Excuse me? You were the one he saw in his readings before we left the old worlds, but that was more than a moon ago. My grandfather scried from the cards that he would serve as a bridge for the countless souls to be passed to another. Might you be that other? These men of the forest are careless. Tracking them will be no difficult feat. I shall follow and take strike before they have time to regroup in numbers. The stars have spoken and laid their path not before you, but before the adventurer here. She's just gonna give me this crystal. She's like, I trust the heart of the cards, so I hope my gamble was correct. You must take the soul of the astrologian and place it near your heart. Listen to the tales of those who walked before you and know their journeys as you do your own. I like your dress, ma'am. I'd like to have one of my own someday. As for the tools you require and the knowledge needed to wield them, I, Levria, shall see to those matters. Saw there was no fear in my grandfather's eyes when the bandits took him. That's because he had seen you to come to his rescue. Our lives were written in the stars long before we trod upon this land. It is not by chance that you stood here today with the soul of the astrologian in your hand. It is fate. Okay. Okay, and we get clothing and we get the soul of the astrologian. Sweet. Now, if I remember correctly, if I... Let me go to this. Okay, my gear set is good. If I click on my soul crystal, take it off. How do I put the... Do I just put it here? You must change your class. Wait, how do I change my class? Oh, I just need to equip a weapon. That's right, I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Main hand is the... No, that's the dancer class. Let's equip this. There we go. There we go. And then we equip armor and don't update gear set. Create a new one for astrologian. And now we have an astrologian one. We go to gear set list. I can put it right there. So I can switch between them. Perfect. and I'm gonna have to learn how to do the astrologian class. I'm gonna probably have to talk to some of my friends who play this game a lot more than me. I know that there are a few people that play the astrologian class. I think Temp plays it. I know at least Dom has played every single class. But anyway, I'm actually gonna switch back to my main class. That is where I'm gonna end off the stream here. Yes, we are quite literally ending off the stream with a poor man's life in jeopardy. We will save him hopefully next time after we clear a dungeon. But anyway, thank you guys, everybody who came and decided to be here with me today. Please make sure to, if you haven't followed me so that you can stay up to date, and turn on notifications for either Twitch or YouTube. I do have a Patreon now. I believe I still need to add that to my Twitch. It is at least on my Twitter. So if you follow me on Twitter, and pretty soon it'll appear on Twitch, consider pledging on Patreon. It is amazing. There are tiers that you can only get if you pledge on Patreon. So anyway, I will see you guys tomorrow on Lottle's stream, and that will be pretty exciting.